to Divulging and Depravity. We're doing a new episode today. It's a little different than the last two. I'm not going to be taking a look at a documentary of crazy nut jobs. Instead, I will be getting into a bowl of fucked up questions. The questions from various sources. I got a couple of them from Reddit's r/morbid questions, Ask Reddit After Dark. I also went to the Ask Comedians YouTube video as well as the old SourceFed Table Talk. So I accumulated a bunch. I think I got about 50. I only read them once while I was going through it. I didn't try to come up with anything in my head. I wanted it to all kind of be improv on the spot. Didn't watch what anyone answered to the questions. I didn't want that filling my head up with stuff either. So I got a bunch of them. I'm probably going to do a couple of these. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Would you rather walk in on your dad having sex with a dog or a dog having sex with your dad? I think that's a pretty obvious one. I think you'd much rather walk in on your dad fucking the dog than the dog fucking your dad. You know? Because it's like if you walk in... Because I still live with my parents. So if I walked in and I saw my dog fucking my dad, I'd be like, okay, like up is down and down is up. Who's really running this fucking household? You know what I mean? My neutered poodle is fucking my dad. I mean, that would turn my world upside down. I mean, I don't know. That would be fatal. That shit would take me out. Yeah, I don't think I would be able to live in a world where my poodle was fucking my dad. I don't think I'd be able to get up in the morning. If I saw my dad fucking the poodle, I mean, that'd be hard, you know? I'd feel bad. The poodle's a great poodle. So, you know, I'd feel bad for the dog. I think I could suppress it. I think I could push it underneath. I think I could deal with it. A lot more than watching the poodle fuck my dad. That's for sure. Would you rather look like Jar Jar Binks or talk like Jar Jar Binks? Okay. Let's see. That's a good question. Well, here's the thing, right? If you look like Jar Jar Binks, at least there's like a level of like intimidation or coolness about being... Because if you're a crazy amphibian alien dude, but you're actually like mean mugging everybody, you know, it might be cool. Not cool, but you know, it wouldn't be the same thing as like blah, 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 blah. But if you were acting like that all the time and you didn't look like an alien creature, people would just think you're like a fucking idiot. So I think you'd have to choose to look like them because your personality could outshine your horrible looks. But if you were a normal person and then you were walking around talking like a Gungan, I think people would probably hate you. You know, like you walk into a store and you look like Jar Jar Binks and it's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, sorry, man, some genie or magical person gave me an option between looking like Jar Jar Binks or talking like him and I decided to look like him and it's like, okay. And then if you come into a place looking normal and you're like, Misa want a coffee, they're not, and even if you try to explain to them that some alien creature turns you into that, they're not going to believe you. They're just going to think you're, you know, out of your mind. All right, next question. Let's dig on into the bottom of this bowl. Oh my god, okay. How much pre-cum does a normal man excrete? I could fill a Go-Gurt sleeve with mine. Conceived both of my kids after pulling out. You can, with pre-cum, like I think, like you read that once and you're like, oh, okay, you know, the dude's got an active, I mean, I guess that's an exaggeration, but still. Maybe if you're pre-cumming a Go-Gurt can full of pre-cum, wear a condom, you know? Like, I feel like that's something you'd be aware of if you're jerking off and your fucking hands are always soaking wet. I think it's something you take note of as a man. You know, why are you going in bareback if you know that you're leaking a Go-Gurt fucking sleeve worth of pre-cum? You know, I think having 2 kids is on you. That's not because of your pre-cum. You're not taking proper precautions. To answer your question, man, how much does a normal man excrete of pre-cum? Not a fucking Go-Gurt sleeve, that's for sure. On to the next one. Well, this is a good one. Would you rather know how you're going to die or when? I think I'd want to know how I was going to die as opposed to when. Because I'm assuming, given the parameters of the question, you can't change when it happens. Like if they tell you you're going to die in 10 years, you know, nothing you can do, knowing the information isn't going to change it. I'm going to take that at value with the question. And if that's the case, I would way rather want to know how, because it would completely affect how I lived my life. You know what I mean? Because if you know you die in a hospital bed surrounded by the people you love, you know, you probably live a more conservative, rational life. But if they're like, you die in a apocalyptic wasteland, if it tells me that I die in a prisoner of war camp, I'm going fucking off the wall. I'm robbing banks. I'm getting in police chases. I would go buck ham. But not if I was gonna die, surrounded by people that I love in a hospital bed. I think how I was gonna die would probably have a huge effect on how I live. Did I say ham wild? Isn't it buck wild? I guess I got going ham and going buck wild. I got them confused. Kind of means the same thing a little bit. What was the question again? Oh yeah, how you're gonna die? Yeah, I would want to know how. If I couldn't change when. Then the question's obvious. If you can change it by knowing when, then yeah. Could you fall asleep if your eyelids were cut off? I don't like that one. Yeah, I think you'd learn how to, squint your eyes and close them. I think you could figure it out. You think of torture, right? And you think of things people can do to you. I never thought of cutting your eyelids off. I didn't even think that is such a fucking... Okay. I don't know why that's in there. Is sucking your own dick more like getting your dick sucked, or more like sucking a dick? I think anyone who's done 69 knows it's more like sucking a dick, It's when your attention span is here, everything going on down here, it goes out the window. I think you'd be very aware of the fact that you have a dick in your mouth. I think that would way overdo how much yeah. I'm gonna go it's more like sucking a dick than having your dick sucked. If animals could talk, would we continue eating meat, and would eating humans become normalized at some point? No. I don't think so. I think if animals could talk, we'd probably stop killing animals. Depends on what they're saying, right? Because I'd eat a fucking parrot. Animals could talk. That's the sucking your cock question. If animals could talk, would we continue eating meat, and would eating humans become normalized? I don't like who asked this question. Would eating humans become normalized? It sounds like you want eating humans to be normalized. That sounds like what your prerogative is. If animals could talk... I like that part of it. Would eating humans become normalized at some point? No. And that's been another episode of Divulging in Depravity. Go ahead and check out my last 2 episodes. I did one on the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia and another one on Tiger King. I've also got a reaction to Rick and Morty's 4 times... I don't know what I said. I've said that recently out loud. I go 4 times 6. Season 4, episode 6 of Rick and Morty. I got a reaction episode out on that. Check that out. Click the like button. Smash that fucking subscribe. Give it to that motherfucker. And peace out. Stay tuned for the next one.